Hey guys, and welcome to the Groovy Gold Hunter. It is I, Heath, the man who's been sitting in his house for a week due to bad weather. We got 9 inches Monday, and it's Saturday, and there's still snow. Before I even start, we have a brand new pay dirt, so I'm going to start with that, but I don't know what's going on with our weather in Tennessee, but I can tell you this. Since December, we had 10 to 15 tornadoes, then we had 9 inches of snow, then the temperatures plummeted to -3 degrees, and next week we're supposed to get 2 inches of rain. What is going on? Anyway, we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about the new pay dirt that I have. Before we open it, let's roll the intro and then we'll get into it. So I got a brand new pay dirt. I've been wanting to do this one for a while, and here it is, right here. This is from Big Texas Prospecting, and I've heard good things about this place, but I've never done it myself. I got the dynamite bag. It's guaranteed 3 grams of gold, 3 pounds of pay dirt, so we got a lot of pay dirt, hopefully a lot of gold. And there's also some other goodies in here, and one in particular that I really like. Got not a sticker, but a magnet. This is the first magnet I've gotten from a pay dirt company, so that's cool. I'm gonna put that on something metallic so it'll stick. There we go. And I did get a sticker as well. Nice little glittery sticker here. But this is cool. I got a shovel. I don't think it's solid gold. Nope, it's not. That would be cool if it was. But isn't that cool? That is, I like that. It's stuff like this. I told you in my last videos, I get stuff like this. It impresses me. I think that's really cool. But you're not here to see all that. You're here to see this. First thing we're going to do is get to classifying it. So let's do that right now. So I'm fixing to start classifying this stuff. I actually got 2 stickers. It was stuck on the other one. So got that one, got the magnet, got a shovel. Cool. So full disclosure about this pay dirt. I don't sugarcoat anything when I do pay dirts. I just tell you my experience. And I actually ordered this pay dirt almost the first week of December. I ordered it a long time ago. Now I've had it in my house for about 2 weeks because I've been behind on pay dirts and stuff like that. I've been doing some builds back here that you've probably already seen. But when I ordered this, I got a notice saying that it was being delivered, and it said waiting on item. When you go to the U.S. Post Office tracking thing, it'll say shipping label created, waiting on item. It took them 3 weeks to get me my pay dirt even mailed, and I finally had to email them and ask them what was going on because I wasn't getting any pay dirt, and apparently there was a screw up, so it took a month for me to get it. But the dude who runs Big Texas Prospecting, super cool dude. He got me my pay dirt. He went ahead and sent me another bag from what he told me. Said there was a mix-up in the post office. He apologized, sent me a bag. Finally got it. There's that story. But it did take me a month to get my pay dirt. I'm going to open this bag up so you guys can see it as I open it. Heat sealed bag. Red one. It's the first red bag I've ever gotten, so that's cool. I'm assuming because it's called the dynamite bag. So we do have some rocks in here. Lots of dirt. And I'm sure this is going to be very dusty, so I need to get my classifier. And I'm going to start with my 1/4 inch. We're just going to dump it. I would dump this in a bowl first, but I'm out of bowls. I've got pay dirts that I've done in the past that are over here in the corner drying out so I can repan everything. So I don't have any extra bowls with me, so I'm just going to go ahead and start dumping. And I'm going to do this slowly because, as you can see, here comes the dust cloud. I'm really not a fan of these. It's great as far as packaging's concerned, the way they look and all that stuff, but there's always small pieces of dirt and rocks that get caught up in that little bitty crevice right there. And see, I can just feel it going all the way down there, just dirt. So I'm going to have to squirt that out, but I can do that in a minute. Not that big a deal. Looks like we got some dirt clods. I'm sitting there picking them up and breaking them with my hand. I'm going to have to be a little bit more aggressive with this stuff. Very loud. Try to do the best I can to get those clods broken up. So there is my plus 1/4 inch right there. And we will move on to our 10 mesh. I'm not going to dump it all in there. I'm just going to do a little bit at a time. Try to break up some of them dirt clods. I guess I could have used the shovel that he gave me. No, I'm not going to do that because this is really cool. I'm going to put that in my media room. Here's my 10 mesh. Now it's time to move on to my 20 mesh, and I'm going to just keep dropping like I normally do. I'm not going to do every 10. I'm going to go ahead and just jump to 40 and then probably 60, and then I'll be done. All right, guys, I am done classifying, and as you can see right here, we got 8 of them. Man, I kept going and going, and that stuff just kept going right through each classification, and I will explain. So right now, let's show you what we got, starting with 1/4 inch, my plus 10, plus 20 minus 10, plus 40, plus 50, 60 minus 50, 110 minus 110. We got a lot to work on those two, but I'm not going to do that tonight. 1:30 in the morning, we will continue this. For me, it'll be tomorrow. For you, it'll be 1 second from now. It is the next day, 1 second later for you guys. I think what I'm going to do before I start, and I'm not going to put you guys through it, I'm going to go ahead and run my magnet through all of this material and get all the magnetics out. And then after I'm done, I'll put it in a pan or bowl and I'll show you how much magnetic material I got. So I'll be right back with that. Okay, guys, so I have to show you this. I was going to show you this stuff when I got done, but it always amazes me when this stuff happens. So this is the 110. Now I've already pulled all the magnetic material out of this, so 99% of it is gone. That is the dirt that got caught up in the magnetic material, and here is the magnetic material. So this was already in there, and I pulled this out a second time, and that's how much more magnetic material. But look at all the dust that the magnetic material catches. So I'm going to pour this back in here just to show you how much magnetic material can get a hold of dirt. All that was trapped in that magnetic material. So I'm going to keep doing this, and then I'll just, like I said, I'm going to do all of it so I can get that out of the way. But I'll show you the end results, but I just wanted to show you that because I think it's fascinating. Finally done with that. I did a time lapse on the rest of it because, man, there's just so much. Look at that. Everything from 110 all the way up to 10 mesh. That is all the magnetics. All right, guys, let's get this party started with the minus 110. Let's go ahead and start panning. This is going to be some muddy water. Now, if I don't see any gold in this first batch, I will put a lot in the second because I really don't know what I'm doing with here. So far, I have not seen any gold. That's about enough. And nothing. Not a single piece of gold. That's okay, because that means that more than likely there's not a whole lot of flour gold in here, so I'm going to pour a ton. If I can get it to pour. Yeah, I'm going to put a ton in here. Put a little bit more. I ain't scared. Alright, that should be enough. It just shows you how much of that dirt turns into mud because there's really not a whole lot in there now. I thought about sluicing some of this too, but if I knew what I was dealing with, I mean, I guess I could, because I always catch my tailings. Oh, I think I got one itty bitty piece of gold right there. I don't know if you can see it, but that little yellow speck right there, I believe, is flat poop. Our first piece of gold, a 1 ounce nugget. All right, so I'm gonna finish the rest of this. I'm gonna go ahead and dump this whole thing in there. Oh, that's a lot. Stratify it, pan it. Once I get down towards the end of it, I'll show you. All right, guys, I'm panning this one back, and I do not see any gold. So that's all of the minus 110. So glad I got that out of the way. Now it's time for this big mess, which is the plus 110. So let's get started on that. We got some plus 110 minus 60. I had to go outside to get me some more water. That's going to be enough. Pan it back. Yep. Nada. So, since I didn't get anything out of that, let's kind of fast forward this. What do y'all say? All right, that plus 110 minus 60, it had 2 super small pieces of fly poop. Again, no clue if it's even gold. It stayed back in the pan, so I went ahead and sucked them up. Yeah, we still haven't gotten anything yet. So we're going to do, not a whole lot in there. We'll probably do half and half. All right, so here's what we got out of this first batch. This is the plus 60 minus 40. We finally see some sizable little pieces of gold, either extremely small flakes or extremely large flour. However you want to describe it, but there's 6 of them in there, and I got that much. We'll do it in 3s. I'm trying to make my videos faster than I normally do. They're usually 30 minutes long, but some of these pay dirts is just impossible to make, to fit it into a 10 to 15 minute window. I try to give you guys as much of my process as I can without dragging it out for 2-3 hours, because essentially I'm recording over, I would say, 2 to 3 hours of me actually doing one pay dirt review, and I have to sit there and try to get that down into a decent amount of time. So I'm trying to shorten it a little bit, but at the same time I'm trying to still give you guys the full process of me panning and all that stuff. But yeah, I've been looking at different ways to pan, and I'm going to start practicing some of those different techniques. I've been doing the same thing over and over again because it just works for me. But I do have issues with sometimes trying to get the flour gold separated from heavier sands. I know there's different techniques that actually help and work better. So there it is. We got some more gold, and my water's really foggy, so I don't know if you can see it. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 little bitty pieces of gold. Yeah, we got one more to go. Let me suck these up, and we will be on our last pan of the 60 mesh. I just went ahead and panned this, so let's pan it back. This is the last of the 60 mesh, and looks like we got 5 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm done with the, what am I done with? All right, I'm done with the 60 mesh. This is the 40 mesh, and we'll get started on that right now. Boy, I put way too much water. This thing's almost overflowing, but I needed it. All right. Quick tap. What? Look at all that shiny, shiny gold. It's just sprinkles of gold. Isn't that pretty? Couldn't even tell you how many pieces that is. We'll call that 50 small flakes of gold. Let's do the rest. Ooh, it's gonna be a lot. All right, time to pan. Still feel like I should have probably got more of that dirt out, because look how fast my water just got murky. And let's start panning it back. Oh yeah. Look at all that gold. And there it is. Look at all that. About another 100 pieces right there. All kinds of gold. Pretty stuff. Suck it up. We're done with the 40. Now it's time to move on to the 20. Or did I do 30? Oh my goodness. Okay, so I screwed up, guys. I'm sorry. I forgot what I did. What I did was, what we just got through with was the 50. And I'll put it in the editing notes. When I say, here's the 40, I'll put in there, no, this is 50. That was the 50 mesh. I forgot that I went 110, 60, 50, 40, then 20, 10, and blah, blah, blah. Normally I don't do 50 mesh, but there was so much material that I had to. So this is the 40 mesh. I was wondering why those pieces of gold looked awful small for 40 mesh. Now I know. All right, I'm gonna start stratifying this, and then I'll get to panning it when I'm done. There was a lot of organics in this, but I got all those out. A lot of floaters. I can see a little clump of gold waiting to come out. Oh yeah, look at that. Come on. There we go. So there's the first of my 40 mesh. This is batch number 2, and then that will be the last batch. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to stratify this real good, but I will at least let you see the organics that come out. All that floating grass, weeds, hay, whatever it is. Normally, when you get down to that much, you can probably see the gold right now. Normally, when you get down to that much, there's like a big layer of dirt over it, and then you won't see the gold till afterwards. But look at all that. That is a lot of gold. That is one of those pans you wish you could get out there in a creek and find you a nice little crevice, and then all of a sudden you get that. That would be like freaking awesome. Look at all that gold. You can't beat that. Love it. Last batch, we are done with the 40 mesh. I'm going to go ahead and stratify this, then I'm going to let it set for a minute because I got to go upstairs and get me something to drink. Last of the 40, and then we will move on to our 20. All right, and this is going to be a lot of gold as well, because look at that. I can already show you the gold without even tapping it back. Look at that. Love it. So there it is, nice and cleaned and plentiful. That is pretty stuff. I'm guessing that I'm not going to see any bigger gold. Pretty evident by the amount of gold that I've already gotten. I would say I definitely have got a gram of gold so far. And I've got 20 mesh left, 10 mesh left, and then my 1/4 inch. And I'm betting that there's no gold in this. I've been wanting to buy an ounce pay dirt bag, but I've just been hesitant because it's an ounce and it's going to cost $2 grand plus to get it. But man, I have been wanting to pan something of that magnitude for so long. I just don't know if I want to do it or not. After spending that much money, it'll be satisfying doing it. But then after the fact, you're like, crap, I just spent $2,000+ on an ounce bag of gold, and now it's done. I wish I had that $2,000 back to do something else. I don't know. I'm still on the fence with it. Maybe I'll do a 15 gram bag and see how I do with that first. Yeah, I keep doing these 1 gram, 2 gram, 3 gram bags. I've done quite a few of. Yeah, I don't know. Now we're at the 20 mesh. And do this in 2. I'm going to do the same thing that I was doing with the other stuff. Take this spoon, break it up real good. Try to get as much of that stuff broken up as I can so I don't lose any gold or miss any gold. And I'll show you what it looks like before I start panning it, but now you can start seeing the different colors of rocks and all that good stuff. Alright, not seeing as much gold as I did that 40 mesh. Yeah, not a lot at all. As a matter of fact, I've just about panned this to nothing. Let's pan it back. One piece. Look at there. One lonesome piece of gold in my 20 mesh. That's odd. I think it's a picker though. Haha. We got a picker. A loner. I wasn't expecting that. Alright, I'm going to do this in 3 because that's, if I dump any more, it's going to be a lot. What should I do, folks? I'm going to stratify the crap out of this. I'll get back with you when I'm ready to pan it. Got it stratified, now it's time to pan the last of my 20 mesh. And here we go. So I've been talking about this on my other videos. Coming this spring, once it starts warming up, I really am going to try to start hitting some areas to try to pan. As a matter of fact, I'm looking to buy me a gold cube. I've been debating what kind of sluice box or whatever to be able to start doing that with. And I've looked at the gold cubes. They really do look like they're I don't know, just the way that those things are built. It just seems like it would be the easiest way to go out and find some gold versus a high banker. I even thought about a dredge. not a lot of places will allow you to have dredges or high bankers for that matter, and gold cubes and stuff like that. So I don't know. I'm also thinking about, I have a metal detector, but it's not a gold metal detector. It's just I say cheap, but in comparisons to other gold metal detectors, it is cheap. I got a Garrett. I think it's a 250. I've been looking at those gold monsters amongst others, and I'm not in an area where I could actually benefit from a gold monster. I would really benefit more with one that I could find artifacts and stuff like that. I'm sorry. While I'm sitting here talking to you, I didn't see any gold at the time, but now I do. Not a lot, but there's gold. Wiry gold too. Look at that piece. A little super long piece of gold right there. You see it? That little stick piece. It's really cool looking, to be honest. 2, 2, 4. I forgot how to count. Break up. All right, there we go. 2, 4, 6, 7 pieces of gold. We're right there. That is all of the 20 mesh. And now it's time to move on to our 10. Getting back to what I was saying, looking to buy a gold cube with maybe a trommel on top. I've seen the trommels that they make for them. I saw them at Chrism Gold Mine, but they're like $1,200. I just don't know if I want to spend that kind of money on gold equipment when I don't do it that much. I do have a sluice box that I could take out to a creek or river and use that, but I think if I bought it, it would make me want to go out there and try it. That's the best way I can put it. But I don't know. I'm still up in the air. If I was in a gold, if I was in a region where there was plenty of places to go look for gold, or if I knew of places that I could go to over the weekend without having to do research, I can say, hey, I'm just going to go here to this place in North Carolina or this place in Georgia, and I'm going to go pan and mine for gold, then I would buy it without even hesitating. But I would hate to buy something that costs that much and never use it. Yeah, let's go to the 10. I'm going to do just that much because of the same reason. I know that I'm going to have to break this stuff up real good. So, yeah, I'm going to take my spoon, break this stuff up. That should be enough. Now let's shake it. A lot of coarse rock. Even the gold's really coarse. So I'm guessing this is an ancient riverbed type of thing. I don't know. Maybe Arizona, Texas, New Mexico area, if I had to guess. Man, I love this gold panning stuff. I wish I'd found this hobby a lot earlier in life. I'm 50 years old, and that's how long it took me. 50 years. So I'm going to be a little careful here, make sure I'm not panning any gold off in case some flour gold got caught in the rocks. But there's no gold in here as far as bigger gold, because I have not heard that clunk sound or the clink sound. Let's tap it back. Ah, boo. Not even any flour gold. Alright, strike one. Let's put another batch in there. We'll put that, oh, I see a piece of gold. Oh, Lord. Woo-hoo-hoo. Let me put some water in and stratify. I saw two, I think two, unless it jumped. I know there's one piece and it was purty. Oh, it was purty. Oh, Lord have mercy. Let's break this stuff up. Stratify it. Let me get some of that gold out of this pan. Oh, yeah, I hear it. I heard the clunk. That's really a clink. It's not a clunk. But I hear it. Man, it's just got that distinctive sound that you hear. There's the material. There's that piece of gold buried in that rock somewhere. Let's get her out. Let's save her. Oh, I see it's poking his head out, or her head. I think this one's a girl. You hear that clunk? Listen. Oh, you can hear it. Tap it back. And there it is. Yep, just one piece. But man, look at the size. Not a flat piece either. That's pretty thick and so gold. So there it is. There's you a scale of it. That is definitely not being sucked up in the snuffer bottle. And here it goes. Bloop. Now we got one more and we're done with the 10 mesh. Piece of gold in this. Because I just don't think I'm quite there at 3 grams yet. I think I'm right around that 2 gram area. And I think I hear a piece of gold. I think I do. It's not going to be a very big piece of gold if it is a piece of gold. I hear that sound again Just doesn't sound as big. Oh yeah, definitely some gold in there. There it is. Now it's poking its head out. Ooh, that might be 2 pieces. Might be 3 pieces. 4 pieces. Yes, sir. That's what I am talking about. 4 nice pickers. 1 picker, 2 picker, 3 picker, 4 picker. That one's a flat piece, but look at those. And there it is. 4 more pieces. Beautiful gold. All right, this is it. I did not see a single piece of gold. Yeah, I got it all good and clean. So let's start panning it. Let's pan this out real quick, and then we'll be done. No gold. All right, we're done. Boy, I'd love to see a big fat nugget in that last one, but got to dry this up. We're going to take it upstairs. You know the drill. We're going to weigh it. We're going to measure it. We're going to look at it, and then we'll get a value and see what kind of return we got on this gold from Big Texas Prospecting. We are back in the room. We got the gold dry. Now it's time to look at it, and then we're going to weigh it. So there's the gold. Nice shiny gold. Not as big as I thought it would be. 1 grams. Now we're at 0. And here we go. We're at 1 gram, 2 grams, 3.189. That's what we'll call it. I have to keep saying that over and over again or I'll forget that number. 3.189. Let's get on the computer and see what kind of value we got. I'm going to put in the numbers. 3.189 grams of gold. We're going to call it 24 karat. Well, it's pretty gold. Gold prices are $2,025.28. Calculate 207.65. There's the bag right there. Go to my percentage calculator. 207.65. 240.49 is what I paid. 86%. Not bad. But here's the pay dirt I bought, and I was wondering where it was, and my dumbness didn't even see the bottom here where it says crevice dirt from Sierra, New Mexico. So it came from Sierra, New Mexico. All right, guys, that does it for this pay dirt review of Big Texas Prospecting. Really good gold. 3 pounds of pay dirt. I like pay dirt. I like classifying it and having that much time to spend on pay dirt. You know, I don't like those little bitty 1 pound bags that take you 5 minutes to pan out. 3 grams guaranteed. I got 3 grams guaranteed. Good pay dirt. And will I buy from them again? I'll give them another shot. Yeah, like I said, that first round was not, it didn't make me, well, it did make me mad. I'm not going to sit there and say it didn't, because I ordered it and I just never got it. And when I was trying to contact him about it, I wasn't getting a response. Finally I did, and he made it right, so no complaints there. But yeah, when you spend that much money on pay dirt and it's not coming in when they tell you that it's been shipped and it never did ship, I wish they would stop sending people emails saying it's been shipped when it's never been shipped. It's not just them. Every company that sells pay dirt, every company I've ever bought from actually ships it through the postal service. So, and they all have that same deal where as soon as they print a label out for that pay dirt, it doesn't matter that they've never taken it to the post office to have it shipped. That automatic, your item has been shipped email will be sent to you as soon as they make you a label. I wish they'd stop doing that, because it is kind of deceiving. And that's not his problem. That's a USPS problem. Anyway, that is all I have to say. I did like this pay dirt. I do recommend it, and I appreciate everybody who has watched. Do not forget to hit the subscribe button. I appreciate all you guys and gals who have sent me comments. Like to hear from you, but I appreciate every one of you for watching and subscribing and all that good stuff. And yeah, if you haven't, hit it. Doesn't cost anything. I've said enough. I do too much babbling. You know how I like to babble. I never want to close the video out, but I have to. So until our next review, this is he saying peace and love, and I will see you on my next review.